Merging on to the information superhighway, red dye number 7 and when downtown lay in ruins.
Here's News 8 Now's Dave McKinley with News 8 Then.
10 years ago this week, as more and more schools were being wired for that newfangled thing called the Internet. When it was revealed JFK Jr. had married in secret, and when even Colin Powell could be seen doing the Macarena, speculation swirled that the Pope had Parkinson's. The Vatican would not confirm it, but it was later learned that John Paul II had actually been diagnosed with the disease 4 years before. Suspicions began rising this week in 1996. 20 years ago this week, when American Motors Corporation was first to introduce 0% financing, back when AMC and not Chrysler produced cheap products, Don McPherson to Scott Schwetes proved a winning combination for the Syracuse Orangemen, although they were overshadowed by another pitch-and-catch duo in Miami. That's Vinny Testaverde throwing to Michael Irvin. Yeah, I know how you must be feeling right about now, as I note, as I must, that they were in college this week in 1986. 30 years ago this week.
Flea markets are increasing in number and popularity across New York State.
Fortunately, jackets like that no longer are. Meanwhile, as we scrutinize store shelves, on the lookout for products containing red dye number 7, and long before anyone even thought of building a parking garage at the airport, off-track betting was ready with its latest innovation.
Since its inception, OTB has introduced Rochesterians to Dial-A-Bet, the Betmobile, and AutoBet, like the sign says, the world's first drive-in betting teller.
Just what the world needed this week in 1976. 40 years ago this week, as Penfield showed off its brand new town hall, and as construction of the new Henrietta campus of Monroe Community College neared the 40% completion mark, much of downtown lay in ruins. Nothing untoward here, unless you hold the belief of many preservationists that the term urban renewal is one of blasphemy. With most of what was Front and Water Streets now obliterated, the path of progress was paved toward the new buildings, which would rise and which stand to this day as testimony to the changes we've witnessed since the days of News 8 Then.